Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for my dearest Leos, where we take a look at the person that broke your heart or whom you're not in communication with. If these messages resonate with you, I am going to ask that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I just want to thank you, my dear Leos, for all of the love and support that you show me and you show this channel. Let's go ahead and get started and let's see what messages come through for you regarding the person that you're not in communication with or the person who broke your heart. All right, what they're thinking or feeling, the Magician in reverse, Virgo, Gemini energy. How they're viewing you, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And the final outcome or advice, we have the High Priestess, so Cancer, Pisces energy. The overall energy, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I'm sort of picking up on two things here, Leo. For some of you, your person is seeing you healing and moving on, but they're definitely watching you, and they harbor and they have very deep feelings that they're not ready to express, or maybe they don't know how. For some of you, your person may have been manipulative, wasn't honest with you about what they were feeling or what they wanted, and they are watching you move on. And that may be sort of part of their karma, because I do feel there's a little bit of regret and remorse here with the Magician card in reverse. Your person may be feeling like they didn't do the right thing, or they didn't have all the tools that they needed to offer you the life or the love or the relationship that you truly deserved. But for some of you, I do see there's a restlessness here of this person wanting to come in and heal things. And with the High Priestess, they definitely have deeper feelings than you can imagine or that they're letting on. But with the Magician card in reverse, it's like there's this hesitancy for them to reach out. So it will probably be 50-50. Some of you, this person will reach out, but you have to be very aware, very conscious, and trust your intuition about what they're going to tell you, because the Magician in reverse can be a bit of a slippery or manipulative energy. All right, so again, with that High Priestess there, Leo, trust your intuition if this person does come forward. For many of you, you've been working on healing and moving forward. They're definitely watching that. They're feeling that. They're seeing it. They're sensing it. And that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing, is up-leveling, working on you. It's trying to be the highest expression of yourselves. So what they're thinking or feeling, Magician in reverse, they may not feel good enough. Wow, they've definitely got you on their mind, Leo, with the Strength card. But your person, I feel, is starting to doubt that they have what it takes to either reconcile, or they may be dealing or struggling with some serious issues of self-worth here. And the Judgment card, yeah, your person feels like there's no hope or there are no second chances. Although I don't feel like that's necessarily what they want. But I do feel that they recognize that either they didn't offer you what you deserved, or maybe even if this person walked away from you and made you feel like you weren't good enough, Leo, I feel like the tables have turned. Now, of course, some of you may have left this person. You may have moved on with somebody else, or maybe you wanted to be single. Again, you can play with the energies I'm picking up on. But with the Judgment card in reverse, it's like this person knows that they took action, or they made decisions that really lowered their vibration. Judgment card in reverse tells me this person isn't vibrating at the same level that you are. And maybe at one point in time you were, but it just feels like you've ascended, Leo. It feels like you've done a lot of work on yourself. And you're moving past this, or it's almost like, I know it's a tough message, and especially for my cross watchers, you probably won't like this, but it just feels like the Leos that I'm connecting with, you may be out of this person's league, because it feels like they haven't done the inner work, or they have a blocked solar plexus. So it's like, they could be that they have like an overinflated ego. Maybe they had an inability to commit or to follow through with goals. And I feel that. I feel that maybe they did a lot of future faking here with you. And they may have even sort of made things seem like they were your fault, Leo, when it was truly coming from this energy of them not quite feeling like they had enough or they were good enough. So they're viewing you as the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So I also feel that they found home within this connection, Leo, and they're sort of, I feel they're being they're quite nostalgic. that they're seeing you as somebody that they felt comfortable with. If they've moved on with somebody else or they've tried to, I feel with that Five of Pentacles, they're viewing you as the person that they could be themselves with, or the person that doesn't make them feel so alone. And so that's where I think I'm getting a lot of this regret and this remorse. For some of you, your person really does struggle or want to reach out is what I'm getting. Yeah, Four of Cups. They're realizing that they missed an opportunity or they sabotaged a soulmate connection. But I also feel like there's this energy here of Leo, like, I don't know if you gave them the impression that you were bored or discontent with the relationship. And for many of you, it may be because they weren't being honest with you. Maybe they were even juggling other options. The Magician in reverse can really be somebody who's quite manipulative or, you know, a little bit very slippery, right? But it's almost like they're recognizing that they may have been a karmic situation for you. Again, they may not be able to articulate that. You may never know that. But I see this, they recognize that you're not letting this keep you down. So the Four of Cups is like you're in this energy of seizing the day. You've learned the lessons. You maybe spent some time healing. There may have been quite a long period for some of you, although it doesn't have to be, where you were, you know, where you weren't dating, where you were working through what the breakdown of this connection brought to the surface for you. But it feels like they're kind of stuck on this lower vibrational timeline and they're watching you ascend. I do also feel with the Four of Cups in reverse, this person doesn't want to miss an opportunity with you. I mean, for a lot of you, they have, and they recognize that they have. But it's like this big part of them that is reminiscing of the good times, how fun it was, how easy it was to be with you. And the Four of Pentacles. Wow. So you're seeing double fours come out, which is actually triple fours. So we have 444, which is a powerful number sequence that you may be seeing. Confirmation or a nudge from your angels and your guides that you're on the right track. But they also see that you're holding back and you're holding on. And I feel this person really misses, Leo, what you offered them, which was stability. They may have even, I'm getting that they might have even said that you were too much at times or you were too possessive or protective. But I feel more than anything that was a product of their own insecurity. I think they're really missing that right now, to be honest. With the Four of Pentacles, they see that you're working on your stability. I feel like, my Leos, a lot of you, if you're not already moved on with somebody else, that you're out fun, dating, but you did hold back for quite some time to do this healing. And I do feel there's a big reward in that for you. I feel this person, you know, you might not have any evidence of this in the 3D, but they're holding back a lot. And they've been holding on to you despite what their actions, you know, their actions might indicate. 44 is also a master number. It's about stability. It's about balance. So I do see that this person, yeah, I just get a lot of regret and remorse here, Leo, about this person kind of realizing a little bit too late that they could have really built something with you. And what I love about her being outside of the city limits here is that maybe they felt like you guys weren't on the same page. And maybe they weren't okay with that. I kind of feel like somebody here was very rigid in their thinking. And now it's almost like this energy of they want nothing more than that originality that you brought to the table. But they weren't able to meet you halfway is what I'm getting. The High Priestess energy. So this is about trusting your intuition. She's holding a bowl of pomegranates, which are a fruit of the underworld in mythology. So I do see that this ending has been quite tough on both of you. But I also feel, Leo, there was a time where you really did sort of pull back and do that shadow work. And I feel like a lot of my Leos, you may be okay with this ending. Those of you who are connecting with this reading, I mean, you definitely felt it on a very deep level. I can feel the heartache here with the Four of Swords in reverse. But I also feel like you've transmuted this energy, that it's taught you lessons that you never dreamt of even learning, and maybe even helped you really step into your power and your strength. So it's almost like, you know, it's like she's making this offering of this ending. Like a lot of my Leos, you're seeing it as a blessing in disguise. So it may be somebody that you've dealt with quite some time ago. We do have some major arcana showing up, so it could be a Cancer, Pisces person, Virgo, Gemini, another Leo, Aries, or Scorpio. Let's see. But Spirit's telling you to hold back. The High Priestess is somebody who is, you know, she's going to be the wallflower in a way. She's going to watch and wait and trust her intuition. The Ace of Wands, you have a new beginning here. So like I said, some of my Leos, you might be moving on with somebody else. And I do feel very strongly that if you're not with somebody new, you probably will be pretty shortly. And I feel with this energy, again, look at that third eye chakra really open and blazing here, that you do have a passionate new beginning, and it may not involve this person. Now, of course, for some of you, it might, but I feel like Spirit's telling you, trust your intuition, go with the new here. Yeah, Capricorn energy, you've released yourself from a very difficult karmic situation with somebody who's now realizing that even if they made it seem like everything was your fault or you were too much, because I keep hearing that, and you may have even believed that, Leo, but with the devil energy in reverse, you're being blessed with a new beginning that's healthy. This was very likely a karmic situation, which are so hard to purge and release. Yeah, Eight of Wands. Many of you, you're absolutely not in communication with this person. I'm also getting with the Eight of Wands in reverse, there's a need for you to protect your energy, because for many of you, like I said, with the Magician card, I do get that there was a bit of manipulation or even some gaslighting here. You know, where this person, like I said, they made it seem like things were your fault, but it was really a reflection of what they were projecting of their own insecurities. And to me, this message is more than clear that many of you, you have a new connection coming in, and that you have purged and released a very difficult karmic cycle. The Eight of Wands in reverse also tells me to not be too attached to the outcome. Allow Spirit to fill this void that you may be feeling with something that's more in alignment with you. Also trust your intuition, because, you know, people do change. It doesn't happen a whole lot. But if somebody has gone through a very deep transformation and they're coming back in a different energy and they respect you, they accept you unconditionally, and they put in the work, well then obviously, you know, that could be a green light. But to be honest, the Leos that I'm connecting with, I'm not feeling that right now, that this person has done that work, especially with the Strength card and the Judgment card, the Magician card in reverse. They don't feel like they have what it takes. I don't think this person has done the shadow work or done the up-leveling that they need to do to be in your energy, and I feel like you are being protected. I also feel many of my Leos, if you're feeling alone or you've been on your own for quite some time, Spirit is sending you a new beginning, a new soulmate on your path, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's going on with this person. What else do we need to know about this person? They have not let you go. I think they spend a lot of time fantasizing about what it would be like to heal things with you, to be back together. But I still really get this energy that they've got work to do. They have more, you know, and you can't do that work for them. So both acting like brats. Okay. So, I mean, obviously it's possible that maybe you were mirroring each other, or they didn't bring out your best self. That's also something to really pay attention to. But I also kind of feel like this person may have, like, we're all responsible for our own energy and our own reactions, but I feel like this person may have made you, like, I just get there was like a little bit of gaslighting, like they made you think that you were in their same energy. Or I don't know, it's hard to explain here, but I almost feel like they acted a certain way and then they made you feel like you were acting that way as well. But again, it was probably just because of the company. I don't know if that makes sense. This person did lie to you. And look, we get this. Many of you, you might be past life soulmates. Maybe this is somebody you know from childhood. They weren't honest with you. The Magician card in reverse confirms that. Leo, I feel like this could be your energy. This was quite a draining connection, and I think it took a lot for you to move forward or to move on. You've been doing a lot of healing work. I also feel like they were drained, because with the Magician in reverse, this person may have been overcompensating for either not being honest with you. If they were cheating or they were juggling somebody else, again, that's a lot of work, and it's a lot of work to keep on top of lies. And I kind of feel like this person, yeah, like, I kind of get, Leo, they didn't act right. All you see is love. But I do feel right now they're in this strong nostalgic phase. And for many of my Leos, you were madly in love with this person. And I think you took the rose-colored glasses off. And it may have taken you a couple tries, or it may have taken you some time. But yeah, I do see that there's some unhealthy patterns here. And with the addicted energy, you may have even had a bit of a trauma bond with that, both acting like brats. You know, it could be a connection where there was an off and on, and I don't mean this as a criticism to you. We all have been a part of something like this at some point in time, but it's like where this person was really triggering you and they had you in reactive mode. And so then there would be like a breakup and then maybe a passionate makeup. And it was kind of like I'm getting both of you had some abandonment wounds here that were being triggered. But I feel like my Leos, like I said, you've been doing that work with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, healing any issues of abandonment, holding back, deciding too, recognizing that you deserve to enjoy life. You want to have fun. You don't want to be in a situation where somebody's always arguing or bickering, or I still kind of get like a little bit of gaslighting, like doing or saying things deliberately to trigger you, Leo, but it was more because of their lack of self-esteem. And sealed with a kiss. Okay, so for many of you, I do see that this was or is a very strong soulmate connection, but I feel very strongly that it was karmic here with the devil. And believe me, I understand. I know how difficult karmic situations can be. I also see, because I'm also getting a lot of divine feminine and divine masculine energy here. And what I'm seeing here, this could be somebody that you were with for quite some time. For some of you, you know, you may have been in a higher level of commitment with this person. Some of you may have been married. For others of you, you were sort of waiting for this person to make that commitment. And I'm not sure that they could take that leap of faith. But I want my Leos to understand that has much more to do with them than it has to do with you. I feel very strongly in this reading. Some of my Leos, you have moved on. Either you're in a new connection where you're happy, but this person I feel like appears either in the dream space for you, or you think about them from time to time, because I do feel that they are still very much so in your energy. So what we need to know about your person is unwind. Your body is beckoning you to spend some quiet time and relaxation. For some of you, this person may have even been leading a double life is what I'm getting. Whatever this was that they were lying to you about, maybe they were saying things that they thought you wanted to hear, and it didn't really resonate with them, or it wasn't their true intentions. I just feel that they're drained by their own behavior, or trying to live two lives, or trying to keep secrets from you. And we get overcoming. You're on the road to recovery from a rough patch in life. The worst is over. So your person also, I mean, for some of you, it's right here in our face that some of you, your person may have been dealing with codependency, substance abuse, alcohol, gambling, you name it. You all know your situations better than I do. So I do see here that your person is reflecting on and maybe in the state of recovery where they're recognizing where they may have hurt people along their way, along the path. So for some of you, especially if this person is recovering or in like some sort of 12-step program or in a support program for addiction or codependency, they might reach out and just apologize for healing and closure. Be aware, because I do feel that may be triggering for you. Now, for others of you, there's no drug or alcohol abuse or codependency, but your person is recovering from, just from being completely drained. We see that, like, well, I don't think they're there yet, though. For most of you, the road to recovery has begun, but I still think that they harbor. There's guilt, there's resentment, there's shame also for their actions. So I feel like they're kind of in that in-between stage. But I still feel that they're not there yet. They haven't quite done the work. Like it may be beginning, or they might be going through those sort of initial stages of peeling back the layers and going through a bit of a dark night of the soul here. But I do see with the addicted card right on top of the devil energy, Leo, you're being it's not even being warned, because I do feel that you have a strong attraction and love for this person, but all you see is love. But be careful, because I do feel Spirit saying there's something unhealthy here, and everything happens for a reason. And I feel you've been working really hard to up level. And I also just want you to be really careful that this person sealed with a kiss and the other energy, they don't come in and focus on the physical. And I know this is kind of like a glib message, or, you know, a cheeky little message, but even if it's been a while and you're very attracted to this person, just make sure you really ground and you think before you act, because you could be opening up or reactivating a cord that isn't so healthy for you, okay? So just bear that in mind. So messages for my Leos are uniqueness. Embrace the qualities and characteristics that make you special. Avoid comparisons to other people. So for some of you, I do feel this person may have had, whether it was something they recognized or not, they may have attacked your self-worth by comparing you always to their exes, or, you know, if it was a situation that was like either open or they were dating other people, maybe you had a tendency to compare yourself to others. Just don't. I feel this person recognizes now like how much they do miss you. They've been holding on to you. But I feel like they failed to show that when you were together. Yeah, I told you. And I know that this is a very sort of triggering word and we don't want to sort of overuse it. But the reality of what's going on is real, not imagined. Trust your intuition in this situation, and we see that as well. So I do feel that with this gaslighting energy, this person was doing a lot of projecting of their own insecurities and shortcomings onto you in the relationship. And that may also, like when somebody keeps you in reactive mode, Leo, it's because they want to keep you in their lower vibration, because they don't want you to move on, or they feel if you move on, then you're going to definitely leave them behind. So I do feel that that was something very toxic here. And rekindle, reconnect with your loved one, mind, body, and heart. So Leo, this person, it does feel like they are gonna reach out. Again, we all have free will. I do feel, and I said earlier, if you honestly feel that this person is changing their behavior, that they've gone through a deep transformation, that they love, respect, and accept you unconditionally, and they're putting in the work, and this is somebody that you love and you feel that you should be with, trust your intuition. But for a lot of my Leos, I feel like it's a big warning. The Eight of Wands, it may not go the way that you anticipate or the way this person says it will, because the Magician card in reverse tells me that there's some manipulation here. And they may just be trying to come back in because something else didn't work out, or kind of like a Band-Aid because they don't want to feel or they don't want to do the work that it takes to sort of really tap into the feelings that have come up because of this breakup. And that requires them to sort of put themselves under a microscope and do that inner work. And I'm not really feeling like this person's ready to do that or has done that, okay? But again, you use your best judgment. So let's see what this person would like to say to you. I can't be with you, but I want to be more than friends. So for some of you, this connection may have been a friends with benefits connection, okay? Where they always sort of kept you feeling like an option, or they kept you waiting, or there was always an excuse as to why they couldn't commit, or some sort of third-party interference. Maybe they used work as an excuse. They're very, very drawn to you, but this is the energy I want you to be careful, because I also feel like you're very attracted to this person. And they may tend to use that or mistake, you know, sex for intimacy. And I daydream about a life with you. Absolutely. They absolutely spend a lot of time sort of manifesting you this way. And I think that they spend a lot of time fantasizing about what it would be like to come together or to do things differently. But for many of you, they still have these fears of commitment. And we see that with the blocked solar plexus chakra. I left you before you could leave me, because this person is still struggling with some questions of self-worth, okay? Again, maybe if you really were to get to know them, you wouldn't want to commit. I do feel this person may have been wish-washy with you, Leo, maybe. And like I said, I just don't like that energy of them comparing you to others, but I feel like that's just because they ultimately didn't feel like they were good enough, okay? So I'm sending my Leos lots of love and light, because I can feel that this is not an easy thing. This is not an easy connection. And I do feel that for some of you, those of you who may be waiting on this person, or for those of you where this person is going to reach out, it's going to be a very tough decision, because this person does want to reconnect with you. And I think there's a big part of you that will want to reconnect with them. But again, you have to defend the person that you've become and the healing work that you've done. Because I do feel very strongly here with that Ace of Wands that Spirit has a new soulmate lined up for you. Now, I'm not the type of person to sit here and tell you that, you know, you give up on a long-term connection and you know what, there will be another one. Don't work on things. You guys make that ultimate decision. But the energy I can't force, and that's what I'm feeling for a lot of you. This is a karmic situation that it may be time to move on, but you're getting a little bit of a heads up here with this rekindle energy. All right, that they may be coming back in. And they're probably going to focus a lot on the physical, maybe do some love bombing, flattery as well is what I'm getting. So let's see what Spirit's advice for you is. Phoenix, how's that for a happily ever after? Yeah, a lot of my Leos, you have worked so hard to build yourself up after this connection. Phoenix rising from the ashes. Many of my Leos, you've recognized that you don't need somebody to give you your happily ever after. In true Leo fashion, you're going to make it for yourself. And that's bold, and that's courageous, and that's beautiful. All right, and nostalgia, focus on the here and now. Yep, and we see that. I feel this person is quite nostalgic. I also feel this could be something that sort of pulls you back in, is, you know, the memories, you know, of all I see is love and the good times. But I feel very compelled to say to many of my Leos out there, an ex is an ex for a reason. And unless they've gone through a major shift or change, you know, it's important to leave the past in the past where it belongs. Yeah, because weave together the crown you deserve. So I feel that many of you with the thorns energy, you've been cut, you've been stabbed, you know, you've been, I mean, hopefully not literally, but, you know, you've been poked by those thorns. You know, maybe you bled, you sweat, you cried about this. But what I'm seeing here is that it's made you stronger. So it feels like it's confirmation here of a really strong karmic lesson. And take yourself out on a date. And some of my Leos, I am getting that what's going to be alluring about this connection is that maybe some of you haven't moved on yet, but Spirit's telling you there is somebody new in your energy. Okay, so don't go back to somebody just because you're feeling lonely, especially if they're not right for you. And with the number 14 there and the Thorns card, you know, they're showing me temperance energy. Be patient. You're going to be really happy that you make the right decision here for you. And really trust your intuition. Do not ignore red flags here. Okay, my dear Leos. So let's see what else comes through. Forgiveness. So forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Yeah. And for some of you, this person is going to reach out. Like I said, whether they're in a, you know, in a support group or 12-step program or something like that, or even if not, you know, I do see that it's important, you know, to forgive. And that doesn't mean that you absolve somebody of bad behavior, abusive behavior, toxic behavior, but you don't carry that resentment around with you, because I see there's something waiting for you, Leo. And that Phoenix rising from the ashes, it's like a new cycle in love for you. So this is a destined partnership. That's why you're feeling it so hard. Again, it feels very karmic in nature to me. And wait, the timing just isn't quite right. So again, don't rush into things. Be careful, because I feel this person has the tendency to be quite charming. And it's important to decide about this relationship. It's a big decision for my Leos. You know, I can't deny that for some of you there will be, or there can be, some sort of reconciliation, but I just want you to make sure that it's really right for you and it's in alignment with you, and it's not going to be for all of you. Okay, so I know those are some tough love messages, but I love you dearly, and I'm wishing you the best. Remember to stay in your high vibrational energy, because you will attract more of the same. And I see my Leos I'm connecting with have done so much work to heal and to move forward, and you will be rewarded for that. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. If these messages resonate, I'm going to ask that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, or if you like the cards I'm using, or you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Okay, Leos. Oh, and don't forget to leave a comment if you want to, and also hit that little wiggly bell. It'll update you whenever I upload new content. All right, love and light. Take care.